Where magic still belongs, the whisper within the quiet that knew your name by changing winds. It wasn't a lightning strike, it wasn't a voice from the clouds or a prophecy scrawled on sacred scrolls. The moment she began to remember who she was, truly was, happened on a stone no larger than her seat, beneath a branch that held no grand meaning to anyone except her. The flame the gnome gave her hadn't grown brighter, not in the way stories usually say. Instead, it grew closer. It curled around her fingertips like a memory she never knew she'd lost, but suddenly couldn't live without. She thought the lesson would come as instruction or warning, maybe in riddles or spells, but it didn't. It came in warmth, in a silence so alive it made her chest ache, in the way the wind moved just enough to make the moss on the nearby stones nod in agreement. And then the gnome spoke, not loudly, not with grandeur. "Lesson 1, he said, "the magic you seek outside has always whispered from within." She sat still, longer than she was used to, longer than the world had ever given her permission to, and in that stillness 100 old beliefs began to fall off her shoulders, not like armor, but like dust. She thought about all the things she used to chase: validation, belonging, recognition, the right words, the right path, the right someone to say she mattered. She'd wandered through doctrines and deadlines and dead ends, told that magic had to be earned, bought, summoned, or deserved. But here, in a clearing built not by hands but by memory, none of that followed her in. The stars above weren't waiting for perfection. The mushrooms glowing along the path didn't care how many mistakes she'd made, and the dragon, sleeping deeper within the trees, didn't guard treasure. It guarded truth. And still the whisper echoed, "The magic is not out there. The magic is not theirs to give. The magic is not someday. It is here. It is you." She closed her eyes, not to escape, but to listen better. And for the first time, she heard it clearly, her own voice, years younger, singing in the back of her mind. "You don't have to become the light. You are the light. You just forgot how to glow." Her fingers gripped the lantern's base, not as a crutch, but as a reminder. Its glow didn't lead her anywhere new. It illuminated what she'd already carried since the very beginning. The fire didn't burn, it warmed. The path didn't demand, it waited. And the garden, the wild, knowing garden, didn't ask her to become anything but real. She stood, not with certainty, but with softness. The flame stayed with her, no longer borrowed, it belonged. And as she turned to walk deeper into the forest, something unseen whispered from the trees, "You have not lost your magic, you've just been looking in the wrong direction." She stood, not finished, not certain, but steady enough to take the next step. The flame no longer borrowed, but hers. The path no longer strange, but waiting. And the forest no longer silent, but whispering, soft as breath, ancient as roots, alive with a secret that belonged to her alone. And so she walked, not into answers, but into the hush that had always known her name.